Hi there. Welcome to Theater Crafts. I have a really easy project for you today that I think could be really sentimental for you if you have pieces of fabric, like especially small pieces of fabric that mean something. For example, maybe you had a costume made and you have extra pieces of fabric, or maybe you have a piece of clothing that belonged to a family member who has outgrown it or has passed away, and this piece of clothing really means something. You can take that fabric and you can make key fobs out of it. These are basically, I've taken fabric here and you're making a little keychain that will go around your wrist. So if you need to take your keys to rehearsal, or you need your keys if you're, I don't know, walking the dog, or, you need it for whatever you need to lock up, your bike, whatever. So today we're going to make really easy key fobs using scrap pieces of fabric. All right, let's get crafting. Okay, so we're going to start off here. You'll see the different fabrics that I've used here. This is from a production of Your Good Man Charlie Brown that I had done. The center one here is from a costume that I made, and I just really loved the fabric and the color of it. And then this top one was from a quilt that a family member had made for me, and there was just a little piece left over. So, again, using fabric that means something to you. Here are the materials that we need. So I've got a piece of fabric here. This is 13 inches wide, long by 4 inches wide. And then you're going to use this as a fusible webbing, and it's kind of looks like felt, and it's got a side that you're going to iron on, and it's a little nubby, and that will iron right onto the fabric, and we'll get to that in a bit. Obviously, you need your scissors. You're going to need an iron and some sort of iron mat just so that you can iron that webbing on. And obviously your sewing machine, but you're going to need, these are the tools to make it actually the key fob, and you've got, I'll show you here, right on the end there, the attachment at the bottom, and then you're going to need the tool, and this tool, it comes in a kit. I actually got these on Amazon. There were quite a few of the attachments in the kit, and this has like a rubberized top, and you just to fix it. And I'll show you that in a little bit. Okay, so we're going to start with a piece of fabric. We're going to flip it over and fold it in half, and you're just going to iron it in half with the right sides facing out. I've got a little Cricut iron here. You can use a regular iron if that's available to you. And this is just so that you can get that center point. Okay, and then once you do that, you're just going to open it up, and now you're going to fold in each side to that center point. And it's just so that we can hide those raw edges when we start sewing it. So here I'm just kind of marking it, just creasing it a little bit, and then going to do the same thing to the other side to that center point. I love this fabric, by the way. This is musical theater fabric that has lots of different posters and all the logos on it. All right, so now I don't know if you can see that. So I can see that. So now I'm going to take that fusible webbing, and as I mentioned, there's a nubby side, and that's the side you're going to iron down. Now I'm going to put it on one of the center 1 inch areas. So that fusible webbing is 1 inch wide, so that it gives a little bit of stiffness to the handle. You could probably do this, if you don't have this fusible webbing, you could probably do this with a felt too, and just kind of affix that in the middle with a felt, or something just to stiffen it. You could use, there are lots of different types of fabric stiffeners on the market that you can certainly use. I'm just kind of making sure that it's really down there securely so that it's all set. Then you're going to basically fold those pieces back in, and just make sure that it's really solid. I'm going to fold those pieces back in just to hide those raw edges, and then fold it in half, right? And I'm just kind of making sure that everything is really secure here. You can pin it if you'd like. You can also use clips if that's easier for you, binder clips or anything like that. And that way it's all set when you're going to sew it, which is our very next um, process that we're going to do. So we got those pieces right there, and we're good. Okay, so now we're at the machine, and you see here I've got the ironed piece. I'm actually going to put some pins in it just to make sure that it stays secure while I'm sewing. And I'm going to sew the folded end first, and I'm just going to sew about 1/4 inch away from the edge, just a straight stitch. Totally up to you. You could do a decorative stitch if you want. I've chosen to use white thread here, but you could do a color that coordinates with the particular fabric that you have. So literally just going to go down the line, back stitch just to secure the stitch, and then I'm going to flip it around and do the other side. Could not be easier. Once you've sewn it, then I'm just going to trim the edges just to make sure that the edges are really flush and get rid of some of those threads, and that way it'll look nice and neat when it's inside the key fob. There you go. Now we're set to put the fob on. I wanted to show you that after I sewed that initial row, I decided to add a second row of stitching along each one, about 1/8 of an inch from the first one. Like I said, you could do decorative stitching if you want, whatever works for your design aesthetic. I just thought it looked a little bit kind of funkier with another row of stitching. So anyway, I found the outside, what I liked for the outside, and this is the key fob here. And you're going to put that along the edges when you put those two edges together, and then you take the pliers and you're going to squeeze those pliers so that the key fob kind of snatches around the bases of the two ends of the fabric anyway. And there it is. That's it. That's all you need to do, and it's pretty secure. It's pretty awesome. And here they are, the 4 examples that I made. What a great gift you could give somebody. It would be really great, I don't know, hostess gift, or if you're meeting a friend for lunch, or you're, an opening night or something, like to just show somebody you know how much you appreciate them. And again, using fabric that really has some sort of sentimental meaning would even make this better, because then you have it with you and it kind of brings back those memories every time you use your key fob. So thank you so much for joining me for this week's Theater Craft, and I will see you next week. Have a great week, everybody. Bye.